Dear friend, you might have read my first book. Some of you might have read my first book. It's a DFM handbook titled as Taoist Directions for Design and Development. Then in the middle, just after 14, I was developing a system to implement my own DFM. In short, it is called TDFM. Okay. Now I am able to successfully develop a implementation methodology for TDFM. It was developed at my own college GCT. I was there in Coimbatore for a short period. At that time I did some training program for the engineering students. And there this implementation methodology was developed.
Sir, can you please interacted Tao of DFM implementation, Taoist directions for design and development?
Yes, that is integrated Tao of DFM. I am glad to present my second book. It is an implementation book for Taoist direction for design and development. In short, it is integrated Tao of DFM. This is the symbol for this TDFM. Okay? I will explain later.
Sir, what is the meaning of this symbol?
You might remember from my first handbook that I took up the yang and yin from the Taoism. That is equivalent to a Shiva and Parvati from Hinduism. I equated yang with design and yin with manufacturability. That is yang with Shiva and yin with Parvati.
Yes.
What is thinking or design is always masculine. That is Shiva. That is yang.
Yeah.
With the other side, that is Parvati or creativity or whatnot. That's why I took a ideal brother and sister. The US soil. It's a famous park in that Pennsylvania. It's a park. It's a park built by one brother and sister. Okay. This I have seen after releasing the book 2014. I had been 2 years to my son's place. In 2016 we visited this big park. Okay. Yes. That it was built by one rich family's son and daughter. And they were holding a largest steel plant in US. At the age of some 18 something, they took a thing not to marry. Continuous brother and sister. We developed this steel foundry. Okay. In US, a best steel foundry. Then my son took me to this big park, which was promoted by two, one brother and one sister, who took a pledge not to marry, but to develop this foundry as a model industry in USA.
Yes.
And they developed like it. They were controlling the almost the whole of USA at that time.
Okay, sir.
That means their monopoly. 24 hours they were working for the business.
Okay.
And then finally that fellow, first he died, that senior fellow. And then his sister died. And I think his name was John T. Morris. And his sister name was Lydia T. Morris. they earn huge profit. And then they have the passion to develop garden.
Okay. Okay.
They're collecting various plants from all over the world.
Okay.
They developed that foundry was an ideal employer in the time. And they had monopoly of steel business. And they didn't have any partner.
Okay. Only brother and sister.
And they have no children.
Okay. Unmarried, both of them.
Unmarried. Both only brother and sister. No question of love and something.
Okay.
And that iron foundry was the ideal employer at that time. Successfully run and under dual leadership.
Okay.
There is no boss. There is no subordinate. There are only two people. One is a male,
Yes.
like a king in our former days.
Okay.
Another is the sister.
Yes.
She is like a queen in our former days.
Okay.
It was run by dual leadership. Okay, 24/7. Whatever he thinks, she will do it.
Okay.
Whatever she thinks, he will do it.
Very best.
One is a subconscious mind to other.
Yes.
Other mind is conscious.
Okay.
The subconscious mind will control the conscious.
Oh.
Like a husband wife.
Okay.
But they are not husband wife.
Yes.
That is the Taoist philosophy.
Okay.
Taoist philosophy says there won't be any rules seen in the world.
Oh.
If you go in a traffic,
Yes.
everything will be as per the laws of the country.
Oh.
And nobody will feel stressed. Nobody will give a red signal on the road.
Oh.
But human mind will be trained to follow the rules.
Oh.
That is Taoism. That's why I took Taoism as the ideal blending between design and manufacturing. I told you in the former book also,
Yes.
there is lot of gaps between design and manufacturability.
Yes.
Okay? Designer's world is something different. Manufacturer's world is something different.
Yes.
Man's world is something different. Woman's world is something different.
Different. Sure.
But man and woman integrating within themselves,
Okay.
they give to humanity, children.
Okay.
Unless they integrate, there won't be any children.
Yes.
My own philosophy under my Taoist DFM is we have to integrate the minds to avoid the gap or at least reduce the gap.
Okay. Okay.
There may be some 100 items between design and manufacturing gaps.
Yes.
Through learning and practicing my Tao DFM, they will reduce the gap.
Yes.
Cannot completely reduce the gap between the design and manufacturability. A man cannot give birth to a child, but he can be a father.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Sorry.
You can quote, he did not quote, this I will show.
Okay.
I will not explain this. I will not explain this, okay? I am telling that the time has come for me to write on implementation of Taoist direction. Then I am quoting from how the best design on earth is only the body machine human. From that I take back to other design. And most of the engineering parts or equipment வானத்தை பார்த்தா அழகான கண்ணது பாட்டு உண்டு.
Sir,
Okay.
what will your implementation on this implementation?
First we go through the how designs were started being made in the earth.
Okay.
The time has come for me to write on implementations of Taoist directions for design and development. To quote from my first book, the best design on this earth is only the body machine, human. Mankind has survived millions of years on this earth. Some of the other creations of nature have become extinct. அழிஞ்சு போச்சு. இந்த நொசா நிறைய கிரியேச்சர் அழிஞ்சு போச்சு.
சரி சரி.
பட் இன்னும் ஹியூமன் மேன்கைண்ட் தான் ரொம்ப லாங் சர்வை இருக்குது.
சரி.
We don't know who is the designer of this. இந்த மனுஷன் டிசைன் பண்ண யாரு?
God.
You say God.
Yes sir.
I say it's nature.
Oh.
Somebody can say Christ. I'm not questioning.
Okay sir.
But I believe in only nature.
Nature, okay.
Human being is the best biological product with two genders. Two genders mean man and woman. It is by natural selection, by fate, or survival of the fittest. And the best example of survival of the fittest. Okay?
Okay.
Best design in the world is only human body.
Human body, okay.
These best products are brought to this earth by procreations by man and woman for millions of years. By synergizing between eligible male adult and a female adult. It is for the newborn to be nursed by the parents, well, or society. பெற்றோர்களோ சமுதாயமோ அவங்கள வளர்க்குது. The person has to self-protect and grow by proper foods, knowledge additions, and proper medicine. Maintenance. In this world of intense competition, money has become a common scale of capability index for the individuals as age grows and man has to learn and unlearn. The basic secrets are the continuous renewal of life cells. The life cells are renewed often and often. They are called mini power plant.
Okay.
Every cell is called a mini power plant. That's why it generates energy for the life to set time.
Okay.
Now when that all designing process, I have to think of the mini power plant.
Okay.
Most of engineering products, right from ordinary levers to robo, are only reflections or reverse engineering product or systems from the body.
Yes.
I forgot the famous silly song from நான் சொல்ல வந்த அந்த கண்ணதாசன் பாடல் கேள்வி பிறந்தது அன்று.
சரி.
பதிலும் கிடைத்தது
இன்று.
வானத்தில் ஏறி சந்திர வாசனை
தொடலாமா.
இன்று போய் இதையும் வென்று விட்டான் மனிதன். அந்த பாட்டு
சரி.
எல்லாமே என்னது? பறவையும் மீனையும் பார்த்துத்தான் நம்ம பிளேனையும் கப்பலையும் படைச்சதாமா. மனிதன் உடம்புகளை பார்த்து தான் எல்லா மிஷின் பார்ட்ஸும் வந்துடும். இங்கே சூப்பர். அண்டு சிமெட்ரி, ரெண்டு கண்ணு.
ஆமாம்.
In engineering you can see symmetry. It is very difficult to create balanced system. Right from our Tepulkudi.
Yes sir.
There's a center of gravity for the human being.
Okay.
That's why you can see on the road. அந்த கலை குத்தாடிகள் அந்த குச்சியை தொப்புள்ள போட்டு தான் அந்த குழந்தை தொங்கும்.
ஆமாம்.
யார் சொல்லி கொடுத்தா?
அவங்கள
பை ப்ராக்டிஸ். That is naturally there.
Yes.
உடம்பு ஃபார்ம் ஆகும்போதே சென்ட்ரல் கிராவிட்டியை வச்சு தான் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணுது.
ஆமாம்.
அது இயற்கை.
எஸ் சார்.
அதனால் எல்லாமே இயற்கையோடு சேர்ந்து ஆணும் பெண்ணும் இணைந்து ஒரு ப்ராடக்டை திங்க் பண்ணி
ம்
தான் குழந்தைய திங்க் பண்ணி
ஆமா.
தான் எதிர்காலத்தை திங்க் பண்ணி
ஆமாம்
தான் அப்பா அம்மாவை திங்க் பண்ணி
ஆமாம்
நம்ம பிள்ளை இப்படி இருக்கணும்னு திங்க் பண்ணி
ஆமாம்
அதை பார்த்தோமே அந்த ஹீரோ அது மாதிரி இருக்கணும்னு திங்க் பண்ணி
ம்
ரெண்டு பேரும் சேர்ந்து ஒரு குழந்தைய உருவாக்குறாங்க.
ஆமாம் ஆமாம்
நான் என்ன சொல்கிறேன்,
ம்
இது மாதிரி எலிஜிபிள் மேட் ஃபார் ஈச் த கப்பிள்
ஓகே
அதே மாதிரி
ம்
ஒரு பிஸ்னஸையோ
ஆமாம்
ஒரு டூ வீலரையோ
ஓகே
ஒரு ப்ராடக்டையோ ஒரு
Okay.
சாஃப்ட்வேர் ப்ராடக்டையோ அது
சரி.
இணைந்து
ம்.
திங்க் பண்ணி செயல்படும் போது இந்த குழந்தைகள் எவ்வளவு சிறப்பாக வருதோ அது மாதிரி ப்ராடக்ட்டும் வரும்.
சூப்பர் சூப்பர்
அது மட்டுமல்ல,
ம்
அந்த குழந்தைய பற்றி
ம்
அப்பா மட்டும் சிந்திக்கல,
எஸ்
அப்பாவும் 24/7 சிந்திக்கிறா,
ஆமாம்
அம்மாவும் சிந்திக்கிறா.
கண்டிப்பாக
நீங்கள் ஒரு கம்பெனியில் சாஃப்ட்வேர் ப்ராடக்டை பற்றி
ம்
அதை மீட்டிங் பண்ணும்போது தான் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம்.
ஆமாம் கண்டிப்பாக
ஒரு தனி மனிதன் ஓடி போயிடுவான்,
உண்மை
அந்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் அப்படியே நிற்கும்.
ஆமாம்
அது என்ன சொல்கிறேன்,
எஸ்
ஒரு கணவனும் மனைவியும்
ம்
ஒரு நியூ 3 வீலரை
சரி.
2 வீலரை
டூ வீலரா
திங்க் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா
ம்
24/7 எப்படி தான் குழந்தைய பற்றி திங்க் பண்ணி செயல்பட்டு குழந்தை பெறானோ
ஆமாம்
அதே மாதிரி ப்ராடக்டை உருவாக்கும் போது அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நல்லா வரும்.
Yes.
You might have seen the ships and metal handling, everything is there inside the body.
ஓகே எஸ்
Metal handling is there.
எஸ்
Chemistry is there.
எஸ் ஸ்டமக்
Okay. Power plant is there.
ஓகே
It cooks and digests and evacuate. A throat board is there.
ஓகே
For clearance, everything is there in the human body.
எஸ்
All things outside the human body are only created by copying the human system.
எஸ்
Okay, and always two people are thinking about that product.
ஓகே
Whatever the profit or some loss is going to be, two people.
ஓகே
You might have seen people
ம்
with joy.
ஓகே
The thing is, they will think about, you see wedding in India, not only India, everywhere wedding day is very important.
எஸ் எஸ்
You will see the parents
ஓகே
on the both side. They'll put the whole energy and money on the wedding.
Ah.
Why? Through wedding only, we procreate human population.
எஸ்
Wedding is not a mere sexual act.
ஓகே
It is a sexual act.
ஓகே
Okay? But there is an important act where two minds are being clubbed by body and mind.
எஸ் எஸ்
நான் பேச நினைப்பதெல்லாம்
நீ பேச
நீ பேச வேண்டும், நீ பேசும், அதுதான் அடிப்படை தத்துவம்.
ஆமாம்
ஆனால் அதே மாதிரி இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. பட் they try to.
ஓகே
இந்து மதப்படியே ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் அவங்க திங்க் பண்ணி பார்க்குறாங்க.
ஆமாம்
அவங்களோட ப்ளஸ் மைனஸ் எல்லாம் அழித்து பார்க்கும்போது அவங்களுடைய இறுதி காலம் வந்து விடுது.
ஆமாம்
70
ஆமாம்
70.
ஓகே
அப்போ அவங்க முழுமையாக புரிஞ்சு கொடுறாங்க.
ஆ
முதல்ல அரைக்குறை.
ஆமாம் வெரி லேட்
I remember my map,
ஓகே
gap between. I told you, a man standing, a woman standing,
எஸ் சார்
bottom, and that attraction will develop. தாம்பத்திய பரவசம்.
எஸ் எஸ்
அது அதனுடைய உடலும் உள்ளமும் சேர்ந்து வரும்போது
ஆமாம்
அது இணையுது,
கண்டிப்பாக
சரி பாதி விட்டு போயிடுது.
ஆ
அது டைவர்ஸ்.
அது ரேர்
Diverse because they want to try to understand each other.
ஆமாம்
They find a lot of negativeness in the other. A man cannot compromise so many things
எஸ்
for the
சார்
sake of other.
எஸ் எஸ்
When they give and take,
if give and take is
when a young designer
எஸ்
and in manufacturer
எஸ் சார்
lives under give and take,
எஸ்
say, manufacturer
Yes, sir.
has to think of the designer's
Okay.
recommendation.
Yes.
Okay, with give and take.
Yes.
What is the machine capacity? What is the requirement of the customer?
Customer
And how to meet the customer's requirement.
satisfaction.
Say,
And
we want only for 50 kilometers per liter.
yes.
Then another competitor is coming with 60 kilometers per liter.
Yes.
That
Two-wheeler.
It goes to that.
Okay.
Then gradually the human mind tries to overcome the competition.
Yes.
Here, that only a man and woman join together.
Yes. Yes.
A point which is not thought by a man
Yes.
can be idea can be brought by his own wife. He's individually thinking.
Yes.
Both are individually thinking 24/7 on the same product.
Yes.
In Enfield, any two minds are thinking of the same line. Enfield, if there are any two minds
Yes.
which are thinking 24/7 on the same product,
Sometimes.
same thing. How? The same line. 22/7.
Not 25/7.
Factories or
Maximum time may.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
I think about my boy
Yes, sir.
and grandson.
Yes.
She also think about our grandson.
Oh, you are.
22/7.
Yes. Yes.
A concentration by two individuals
Yes.
on a single point.
Yes.
Single point is Tejas.
Yes. Your grandson.
We always think about that.
Okay.
The so-called proportionalism
Yes, sir.
that is brought to the world,
Okay.
mostly from the Western side,
Okay.
Western science. Because it was created that science is against nature. Science is solely trying to understand nature and convert nature to get a good product.
Yes.
Carbon is there, hydrocarbon is there.
Yes, sir.
Both melt together, it is plastic.
Plastic coat.
It's just separate. Okay.
Okay.
But they merge through chemically,
Okay.
then they give plastic.
Plastic.
Same way, the grandson also will think about, when you think of Amama,
Okay.
you always think about Tata.
Oh.
A product thinks about the grandparent.
Grand.
பேர் சொல்லத்தான் பேரண்ட்.
ஆமாம்.
அதுதான் எவல்யூஷன் ஆஃப் மேன்கைண்ட். குரங்கிலிருந்து பிறந்தவங்க யார் அந்த கேப் எங்க? குரங்குல மனுஷனா வந்துட்டான். அப்போ இடையில எங்க இருந்தான் அவன்? அந்த உருவம் என்னது யாருக்கும் தெரியாது. அது நம்மளை சீட் பண்றது. தட் இஸ் வெஸ்டர்ன் சைட். பட் அவர் ஈஸ்டர்ன் philosophy says that it is always from the heaven. You don't know where is heaven. We believe in heaven,
but
we don't know where is heaven. எப்படி என் மூக்கம் அவனுக்கு இருக்கு, என் பேரனுக்கு nobody knows. They simply say it's hereditary. Everything is solely nature. Okay? The same way, by Taoist DFM said that we should allow for human thinking, or not mechanical thinking. Our human intellect have developed systems like computers to multiply the human capacity in knowledge, and two, yoga to synergize the breathing media of life with the body. Cloning by a scientific means have proved man's ability to research and innovation in creations, but at what cost? First, we proved sheep. குளோனிங் ஒரு ஆட்டை இது பண்ண குளோனிங் பண்ணாங்கல்ல,
ஆமாம்.
அது எவ்வளோ காஸ்ட் ஆச்சு? எத்தனை மில்லியன். பட் பை நேச்சர் என் வீட்டு பராசெலவு ஆட்டுக்குட்டி பிறந்துடும். என்ன செலவு?
ஒன்று.
அதுவும் புல்லு சாப்பிடு, இதுவும் புல்லு சாப்பிட்டு ஒன்றா படுத்துக்கிட்டு வந்துடுது.
ஆமாம்.
whichever is born out of nature is always cheap. It will not pollute the earth. If you do cloning, a lot of equipment has to be there, a lot of computers has to be there, a lot of software has to be developed to bring that minute the gene or whatever may be and take it out and bring all chemicals by forcefully asking them to merge. Finally, 1 out of 10 will become another sheep. Here, if a marriage is done, within 10th month, a baby is born.
Yes.
All natural.
Natural.
Thing is, the man's past or his family's past, their thinking, their capabilities or weakness, and this girl's past, they may be from years. Okay? Myself and my own mentor, Dr. David M. Anderson, have a common idea about the impact of CAD in the society.
Yes.
As CAD has brought the engineer to a lower level, he has become a draftsman.
Yes. Exactly.
Using the computer tool, he is able to do fast.
Yes.
There is no individuality.
Yeah.
The human life is not there.
Yes. Yes.
In any CAD developed a product,
Yes.
you can see life is not there.
Yes.
They repeatedly do it fast.
Okay.
That's why they fail fast.
Yes.
Water pumps in Maruti replaced for 1 lakh vehicles.
Oh.
How? Because they followed the same mistake in 1 lakh vehicles.
Oh. Same mistake.
In design as well as CNC.
CNC.
CNC, 1 lakh component, it will make the same mistake.
Yeah.
That's say 1 lakh water pumps.
Yes.
But when a human mind is there, it will sort out the mistake in between. It is all loss. Whom to bear?
Company only.
Maruti is bearing.
Very.
That means that profit is lost and selling price is going.
No.
When price is lost, selling price is going,
So,
inflation.
Goes to customer.
People say inflation.
Inflation.
People say it is competition.
Yes.
One fine morning, General Motors will take over Maruti or Suzuki. It is happening.
Yeah.
The same thing. That's why my mentor has evolved this DFM. Dr. David M. Anderson, my mentor for DFM. DFM means Design for Manufacturability. It is the process of proactively designing. What is my proactive? I want to tell me in Tamil.
Yes, sir.
வருமுன் காப்போம்.
Oh.
நாளைக்கு இது வரப்போகுது,
ஆமாம்.
நாளைக்கு மழை பெய்ய போகுது,
ஆமாம்.
இன்றைக்கி அரிசியெல்லாம் வாங்கி வச்சுக்கிறோம், இல்லை மீன்லாம் வாங்கி
Preventive. Preventive just.
முன் யோசனை.
முன் யோசனை.
ப்ரோஆக்டிவ் முன் யோசனை தான்.
ஆமாம்.
என்ன சொல்லுது? எல்லாமே முன் யோசனையோட செய்யணும்.
ஆமாம்.
நாளைக்கு போகணுன்னா இன்றைக்கே முன் யோசனை டிக்கெட் புக் பண்ணிக்கணும்.
ஆமாம்.
அன்றைக்கி 8 மணிக்கு ட்ரெயினை போட்டுக்கணும், காலை 7 மணிக்கு நினைச்சா போக முடியாது.
முடியாது, புக் ஆகிடாங்க.
என்னெல்லாம் பண்ணணும்? ப்ரோஆக்டிவ், ஆப்டிமைஸ். ஆப்டிமைஸ்னு என்ன? முழு உபயோகத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருது. ஆல் தி மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் உற்பத்திக்கு வேண்டிய
எல்லாம் ரெடி பண்ணி வச்சுருக்கோம்.
ஃபேப்ரிகேஷன், அசம்பிளி, அது யூ கேன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்,
எஸ் சார்.
டெஸ்ட், procurement, எல்லாம் அதே ப்ராசஸ். about any product process, there will always some fabrication, always some assembly, some testing, some procurement, some shipping, some delivery, some service, some repair. It is common for any உற்பத்தி.
ஆமாம்.
வெதர் அரிசி உற்பத்தி பண்ணுறீங்களோ, ராக்கெட் உற்பத்தி பண்ணுறீங்களா,
ஆமாம்,
இந்த 8 அதான் பிரதானம். அந்த 8 செயல்பாடுகளையும் அதனுடைய நம்முடைய முழு கெப்பாசிட்டிக்கு அதை யூஸ் பண்ணணும்.
ஆமாம்,
அதான் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட்.
ஆமாம்.
என்னது வேணும், என்ன அதில் இருக்கணும். அஷ்யூர் பை டிசைன் தி பெஸ்ட் காஸ்ட். பெஸ்ட் காஸ்ட்னா சிக்கனமாக
தான் இருக்கணும்.
பெஸ்ட் குவாலிட்டி, நல்ல
ஆமாம்,
குவாலிட்டி, தரம். ரிலையபிலிட்டினா நம்பும் தன்மை.
ஆமாம். அதனால்
அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் வாங்கினோம்னா நம்பலாம். ஆவினில் பால் வாங்கினா நம்பலாம்.
ஆமாம்.
ஆவினுடைய மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் ப்ராசஸ் அந்த மாதிரி எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ணியிருக்கான்.
ஆமாம்,
ப்ரூவ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. தென் ரெகுலாரிட்டி கம்பெனிஸ் கவர்மெண்ட் சட்டத்திட்டம்படி ஆவின் மில்கை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க.
ஆமாம்.
அதனால் நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு கஷ்டங்கள் கம்மி.
ஆமாம், ஆமாம். அது ஸ்டாண்டர்டைஸ் பண்ணி வச்சுருக்காங்க.
இல்லை, கவர்மெண்டுடைய சட்டத்திட்டம்படி பால் உற்பத்தி பண்ணுறான்.
ஆமாம், ஆமாம்.
விநியோகம் பண்ணுறான்.
ஆமாம்,
விநியோகிக்கிறான், விலை மதிப்பிடுறான்.
ஆமாம்.
தென் சேஃப்டி.
ஆமாம்.
இதுலேருந்து எந்த விதமான பாதிப்பு தனக்கு ஏற்படுது. தென் டைம் டு மார்க்கெட். காலை 5 மணிக்கு வந்துடுது.
ஆமாம்.
அண்ட் கஸ்டமர் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன். கஸ்டமர் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபேக்ஷன்னா நம்மளுடைய வாடிக்கையாளருடைய எனி ப்ராடக்ட் இதுதான். நீங்கள் ராக்கெட்டாக இருந்தாலும் இதை தான், நீங்கள் பேக்கெட்டாக இருந்தாலும் அதுதான்.
நீங்கள் ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் அது கரெக்டாக கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. அதான்
இதில் என்ன சொல்கிறார் அவர். இதுக்கப்புறம் அவருடைய டெஃபினிஷன், நம்மளுடைய குருவுடைய டெஃபினிஷன். என்ஷூர் தட் லேக் ஆஃப் மேனுஃபேக்சரபிலிட்டி, உற்பத்தி பண்ண முடியல ஆனால் கூட அவனுடைய செயல்பாட்டை குறை வைக்கக்கூடாது. அது போய் நம்ம ஃபேன் ஓடணும்னா அதை காற்று வரணும்.
ஆமாம்,
அதான் செயல்பாடு.
அதுதான். ஆமாம்.
அதன் ப்ராடக்ட் டெலிவரி, காலையில் பால் போடணுன்னா பால் போயிடணும். இம்ப்ரூவ்மெண்ட் அப்பப்போ ஆவிலே வேற ஒரு பால் உற்பத்தி பண்ணலாம். ப்ராடக்ட் டெலிவரி, தென் ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக் இனிஷியேட்டிவ். தீபாவளிக்கு ஒரு ஸ்வீட் செய்யணும்.
ஆமாம், ஒரு கிஃப்ட் மாதிரி ஏதாவது.
திடீர்னு பொங்கல் வருது. Anderson's definition of DFM. Now we go back to the original promoters of DFM. It was DFMA.com. They directly evolved a software for the ESM defense. And they made an abstract of, there was 100 companies where they implemented the DFM, and they're claiming that they are able to achieve labor cost saving by 42%, parts count, that is in assembly, one motorbike, first design, there are 1,000 parts. After implementing this DFM, they say it is 540 parts. 540 தான். 1000 இருந்ததுன்னா இந்த DFM அப்ளை பண்ணும்போது 540, அது எவ்வளோ சேவிங் பண்ணும்.
சேவிங்ஸ்.
அது பேர் செப்பரேட் ஃபேஷனர்.
ஓகே.
நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஸ்க்ரூஸில்
ஆமாம்
அதை குறைப்பாங்க.
ஆமாம்.
அதுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்டாட்டிஸ்டிக்ஸ் இருக்குது, அது சாஃப்ட்வேராகவே இருக்குது. ஒரு 57%.
சரி.
இன்னும் machine shop you might have seen.
Yes, sir.
Fastening is the tapping is the toughest job.
Yes.
Tap.
Yes.
Hand drive. That is squeezing and forming. Number of tapping குறைச்சாலே மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் காஸ்ட் குறைஞ்சிரும்.
Yes, sir. Yes.
நீங்கள் 5 நிமிஷம் முன்னால் உள்ள ஒரு கன்சியூமர் பாயிண்ட்டையும் பாருங்கள்,
சரி.
இப்போ உள்ள பாட்டில் கன்சியூமர் பாருங்கள்.
ம்.
ஸ்க்ரூ கம்மியாக இருக்கும்,
ஓ.
இல்லை கிளிப்பான்,
ம்.
அப்புறம் கிளிப்பான்.
சரி சரி.
எல்லா எலக்ட்ரானிக் பாட்டிலும் பாருங்கள்,
ஆமாம்
அந்த நேரத்தை அப்படி டைட் பண்ணுவாங்க,
ஆமாம்
அதுக்கு ஒரு லாக்டெட் போடுவாங்க.
ஆமாம்.
3 காசு. மெட்டீரியல் கேஷ் பண்ணுவான், எடுப்பான்,
ஆமாம்
திருப்பி டேப் பண்ணுவான், எல்லாமே காஸ்ட்.
ஆமா.
இப்போ வந்து எல்லாமே கிளிப்பான், அது டிசைனில் வருது.
ஆமாம்.
அதை இந்த சாஃப்ட்வேரில் கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்.
சரி.
வெயிட் after applying DFM-A,
ஓ.
they are able to reduce the weight by 22%.
ஓகே.
The first vehicle was to 200 kg, a moped.
Yeah.
Here it will be 22% less than the original weight.
ஓகே.
Assembly, if it took 45 hours to assemble a sub-assembly,
ஓகே.
it will reduce almost 50% of the time.
ஓ.
So
Excellent.
it means productivity will be
Increased.
increasing. Assembly operation, number of assembly operation.
Mass production.
And then product development cycle.
ஓகே.
Every 5 months you come out with one product.
ஓகே.
Earlier, every 5 years they come out with one product.
ஓ.
After
Longer.
this, they have to come up with it. Then total cost. You are able to sell
ம்.
a product which is selling at 2 lakh,
ம்.
then it is 1 lakh.
ஆமாம்.
See the enormous benefit of DFM. That is proved in 100 companies in 1990s.
Yes, sir.
But in India, nobody is following DFM.
Okay.
Yeah? They adopted a software method
Yes.
which is not implemented down the line.
Yes.
Okay? That's why our Indian friend, who is in Arizona University, is professor. He has studied a comparative study of DFM around the world.
Okay.
And he has expressed that insufficient scientific base under the softwares and an enormous data are compiled within the computer. While using a DFM software, he has found,
Okay.
and he also coming with a comment that human intervention and feedback are rare.
Okay.
எல்லா மிஷின் தான் பண்ணுது,
ஆமாம்.
சாஃப்ட்வேர் தான் பண்ணுது. ஏன் இது 7க்கு 5 சொன்னேன்னு கேட்டால் சொல்ல தெரியாது. That guy is a machine.
ஆமாம்.
Taken away from man's mind. And most of the insufficiency due to inability to provide இதுக்கு ஆல்டர்னேட்டிவ் என்ன சொல்ல தெரியாது.
தெரியல.
Guy is a machine.
Yes.
There is no brain. That's why these above inputs are the starting points for this tower. I say, you bring human intelligence into the picture, you adopt software. Adopt CAD. I'm not against CAD.
Yes, sir.
I'm not against software.
Yes, sir.
You allow the human brain to interact and find a solution.
Yes.
Okay. That's why how it came for me, it is due to inspirations I got from Dr. Fritjof Capra. On the other day, I showed the book, the Tao of Physics.
Tao of Physics.
That book was presented to me by one brother. That was lingering in my mind.
Okay.
That only told in Chinese, they were found the answers to the Indian current physics in Chinese philosophy.
Okay.
And that Fritjof Capra came to India also. He compared Hindu philosophy,
Yes, sir.
that is our Shiva and Parvati,
Okay.
equated to Chinese philosophy.
Okay.
He even slept on a night in Marina Beach.
Yes, sir.
He slept.
Who is, sir?
Fritjof Capra
Oh, sir.
in Indira Gandhi's period.
Oh.
He slept on the beach.
Okay.
What he says is,
Ah.
he saw Shiva and Parvati dancing.
Oh.
And he went to Indira Gandhi.
Hmm.
And he was so busy in some elections or something. Things she was moving.
Okay.
He was following. He was, at that time he was 65 years old man.
Okay.
She was having no time to talk to him.
Ah.
One thing she told, please take care of our children,
Hmm.
which are being fooled
Hmm.
by the modern gadgets.
Oh.
Modern gadgets. Artificially made gadgets for the children.
Okay.
அதில் நம்ம இந்தியன் குழந்தைகள் கெட்டு போகிறாங்க.
Oh.
அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு மறுவாழ்வு கொடுங்க.
சரி.
அதான் கொடுக்குறாங்க.
சரி.
அவர் என்ன சொல்கிறாரு, the Taoists saw all changes in nature as manifestations of dynamic interplay between the polar opposites. Understand? உலகத்தில் எல்லாமே இயற்கையில் உள்ள இன் அண்ட் யங் தத்துவம்,
Hmm.
டைனமிக்,
Dynamic.
நாட் ஸ்டேட்டிக்.
Okay.
And thus they came to believe that any pair of opposites meant one pair means one man, one woman, wife,
Wife.
constitutes a polar relationship where a creation takes place.
Okay.
I'm not talking about sex, but that's nature.
Nature. Exactly.
At the balancing point,
Okay.
ரெண்டுக்கும் ஒரு பேலன்சிங் ஆகும்போது தான் ஒரு கரு உருவாகுது.
ஆமாம்.
The two energies are found to be in harmony.
Yes.
Okay? And create conditions for new forms. And then a new baby is born. In the same way, I say when you apply this Taoist thing to any design and development,
Yes.
when there is less gaps between what is there in design and what is there in manufacturing,
Yes.
if design is almost very easy to manufacture,
Yes.
then the product is good.
Yes. Exactly.
The product will be cheaper, the product will give the full life.
Yes.
That's the major thing I'm quoting. And the thing is, one shot I will finish for this part. And I finish to start from the basic definition of David Anderson. There is the universal definition provided by my mentor. It is designed for manufacturability. It is the process of proactively designing products to one, optimize all the manufacturing functions like fabrication, assembly, test, procurement, shipping, delivery, service and repair.
Okay.
Number two, to assure by design the best cost, quality, reliability, regulatory compliance, safety, time to market and customer satisfaction.
Yes.
And to ensure that lack of manageability does not compromise functionality, styling, new product introduction, product delivery, improvement, program, strategy, initiatives, and unexpected surge in demand.
Yes.
His website is called www.designformanufacturability.com. That's a basic definition in the world.
Okay, so.
My Tao DF also catered to this by sincerely splitting whatever is to be optimized, the process. And the optimization is a process. Assuring by design is the theory behind the process.
Okay.
That is, whatever design has to be manufactured in this route.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Fine, sir.
Then we come to the first pioneer in DFMA. From DFMA only my Anderson studied on DFM. And the first DFMA.com is the first software in the universal software for DFM.
Okay, sir.
And it was actually supported by the US most software company, and costliest software on DFM is by two college professors who were supported by the US government when Sunil Bush was the president.
Oh.
He called these two professors to study the unused drawings of the defense research in America. And these people developed this software within a span of 1 year. They took more than 1 year to develop, and they are specialists in manufacturing, software, and statistics.
Okay, sir.
These two combined came out with a software for DFMA. It's called Design for Manufacturing and Assembly.
Okay.
Okay, and they have executed this software implementation. They executed in more than 100 companies in the world.
Oh.
They come up with the abstract of what is the contribution given to that kind of customers.
Oh.
And they have found that they are able to bring down the labor cost by 42%. Cost count by 50%. I will explain in detail.
Already, yeah.
What it is. Very briefly.
Okay.
And separate fasteners by 52%. 57%. Their weight 22%. Assembly time by 60%. You see, assembly time by 60%.
Oh, save.
Assembly time by 60%. Assembly cost by 45%. Assembly tools by 73%.
Okay.
Assembly operations by 53%.
Okay.
And product development cycle is 45%. Then total cost almost 50%.
Okay, excellent, sir.
Tell me which other manufacturing methodology is able to deliver this kind of results.
Oh.
There is no other manufacturing technology in the world which can fetch this kind of results. This is the average of reduction detailed through DFMA.
Oh.
Then I want to quote a famous statement. Indian research fellow from India is called Dr. Sanjay Ramaswamy. He is in Arizona State University. He has done a research on various DFM methodologies, software, the world. He expressed that
Yes, sir.
insufficient scientific base under the softwares and enormous data are compiled within the computer or software. He has said that human intervention and feedback are rare. DFMA methods have little effects on the conceptual stage. Human intervention and feedback are rare. DFMA methods have little effects at the conceptual stage, where most of the product cost is fixed, and insufficiency due to the inability to provide redesign suggestions to modify shapes in the case of unsuitable design. That's a major lacuna.
Okay.
Our Sanjay Ramaswamy from India.
Okay, sir.
The above inputs
Okay, sir.
are the starting point
Okay.
for my Tao of DFM.
Oh.
For this author of TDFM, inspirations came from Dr. Fritjof Capra, the author of Tao of Physics. In fact, I have shared my hard copy of my book with that senior doctorate in philosophy. I sent this book to him by speed post.
Who is, sir?
To this Bishop Capra.
Okay.
He is 87 years. He is in West Coast.
Okay, sir.
I sent this copy
Okay.
and asked him
Hmm.
to comment.
Oh.
I told him that I read your Tao physics.
Oh.
I became a DFM expert.
Okay.
I have done a re-engineering on Anderson's DFM.
Okay, okay, sir.
By merging your Taoism principle
Okay, sir.
with Anderson's DFM,
Okay.
I just asked him
Okay.
whether my cross application of your definition of Taoism
Okay, sir.
is okay.
Oh.
Are you willing to say it is okay or not at all relevant? He sent a word by writing.
Okay.
You are very relevant.
Okay.
He
Excellent.
is so very senior,
Hmm.
he won't write.
Oh.
He is having a PA like you.
Yes, sir.
He will only write.
Okay.
I can show you letter
Okay.
in writing. He replied within 2 weeks.
Oh.
Okay.
So he is fully
And it is
satisfied.
approved.
Yeah.
My own interpretation of Taoism with DFM is approved by a senior living fellow.
Okay.
He was sold 30 million copies of that book, which is shared by all.
Okay, sir.
Who are visiting my this YouTube
Okay, sir.
and send an email to me.
Okay.
I will send the whole video to them
Okay, sir.
along with this book,
Okay.
which I am selling at 1,000 rupees per each
Okay.
e-copy.
Okay.
It is available on the web. They
Okay.
can pay to me through Google Pay something.
Okay.
1,000 rupees price internationally.
Okay.
And now I quote from my own book. You can casually read from your home. Inspirations from Dr. Birjau Capra, the author of Tao of DFM,
Oh.
to whom I sent a hard copy of this book, and he has approved my own. Again, the Taoists saw all changes in nature as manifestations of dynamic interplay between the polar opposites, that is, yin and yang. It means it is female and male. That means manifestability and design. That means man and woman and man. And thus, they come to believe that any pair of opposites constitutes a polar relationship where each of the two poles, man and woman, are two opposite poles. Man is from north, woman is from south, dynamically linked to each other.
Okay.
I say to quote from the ordinary living, it is eligible male and the eligible female.
Okay.
They are dynamically linked to each other.
Okay. Okay.
After, in Tamil, after Tambathiyam,
Oh.
it's not love and play and kiss and throw. Real Tambathiyam has to happen, then only nature has provided the ability to produce children.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Not through birth control devices.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
At the balancing point, two energies are found to be in harmony and creations and conditions for new forms to merge. Space? Space. At the balancing point, the two energies want to be in harmony and create conditions for new forms of energy. Which a new baby or a girl, a new form is emerged after these two young and unite in harmony, not only in body but also in spirit. That is our so-called non-Pesadanapadanam. And that has to happen in product development.
Okay.
And the aim of this philosophy is my philosophy tells that there is a gap between design and manufacturability that is different from gaps from between the following: between theory and practice, between man and woman, between Lord Shiva and Parvati, between yang and yin, between voltage and current. Voltage and current relates to current, but voltage is different.
Yes.
Voltage measured by voltage, V.
V.
Current is measured by amps.
Amps.
Both are parts of electrical energy,
Okay.
but it comprises of both voltage and current,
Current.
and between software and hardware.
Okay.
Both put together is computer, but hardware is different,
Software is different.
software. That's the way I tell. This DFM has two branches,
Okay.
which are equal and opposite. Software is not equivalent to hardware. Current is not equivalent to voltage.
Voltage. Yes.
And then positive and negative poles. We need positive poles and negative. Then only current or magnetism will go and the earth will rotate.
Yes.
Why earth rotate? Because these are the opposite end. That's a momentum create, that's the earth rotate. Then conscious mind and subconscious mind. The conscious mind and subconscious mind is to fight within ourselves, whether we come out with a common output.
Yes.
It will allow the subconscious will fight with the conscious mind. Finally, the person. The person is built up of both conscious and subconscious.
Subconscious also.
And you can find inbuilt attractions between above point of opposition. Inbuilt attraction with the man and woman, positive and negative. If there is no attraction between voltage and current, no energy will pass. If there is no attraction between man and woman, nothing will happen in the world. Then I say the mission of Tao DFM is to embed similar attractions between design and manufacturability, which is having a Berlin Wall in between them. You know Berlin Wall?
Berlin with
Have you heard
China.
of-
China. Okay.
Wall you always quote China. That's wrong.
Oh.
In World War.
Oh.
After World War,
Hmm.
Germany was split.
Okay.
East Germany, one went to communism,
Okay.
that is to Russia.
Yeah.
Another went to America,
Okay.
that is liberalism.
Oh.
They agreed to build a big wall.
Okay.
Nobody should enter.
Oh.
East Germany, West Germany was different. The output of World War II, well, Germany was the culprit.
Oh.
They were creating wars among countries. That's why these people, allies, they want to split
Oh.
Berlin. They built a wall.
Oh.
There's a Berlin Wall in between design and manufacturing. I want to define my own Tao of design for manufacturability. I'm taking this for the definition of Taoism. Okay, 64 modules. You know 64 volumes in my book.
Yes, sir. I know.
Spokes. I call it spokes.
Spokes. Oh, cycle
Cycle
in
spokes.
spokes.
And join in one hub,
Yes.
cycle hub.
Yes.
That is, I call it as Tao of DFM.
Oh.
I define my Tao of DFM as 64 modules, that means spokes, and join in one hub, that is Tao of DFM. In its emptiness, okay, this is a cup. There is one emptiness inside the cup. Is it design or the yang? And that is the function of manufacturability or the yin. That which exists is a manufactured product. Okay, that is yin. Is the design used to create this product. that is in. A physical thing is brought out by using a design which is invisible. Nobody is able to see the design, but everybody is seeing the product. And the designer is invisible. The creator of the earth is invisible, but earth is visible. This building is visible. That is in. In is always visible. That young, yes, Parvati is always visible. She gives to a child. The child is visible. Only the mother tells who is the father. Okay, the father is invisible. That's why so many males give birth to so many children throughout the world and they are invisible. But the mother who gives birth to a child, she is answerable to society because the child is physically born from her womb. That is always visible. Invisible is so many rogues was given birth to this kind of child, they become invisible. That is nature. That's why designer is always invisible. And the physical, who designed the Tanjavur temple? Nobody knows. I say this Rajendra Solar thing, he is visible. He is physically creating this temple. That's always visible. My daughter-in-law has created this child for the world. She is the mother. But my son, after Amanda tells that Subbu is my husband, he comes to visibility. This visible creature, which is made out of, it came out of the integration of this body and soul of a male and female, it creates something visible that is charming, that speaks, that grows. In that way, I want a male and woman as a head of a team to create product. Okay, just like Amanda and Subbu created this.
Okay, sir.
But in the political scene, they say we are Tamil.
Yeah.
Our students doesn't understand English. Even though they start studying in English medium from the convent or some convent, they are not able to understand the reality of the speech.
Yes.
If it is in Tamil, they understand well.
Easily. They can understand
That's
easily.
why I have changed my attitude
Okay.
and took up both Tamil and English.
Yes. Okay.
So that our students
Will understand
who are
easily.
going to use this DFM, I'm not worried about the investors.
Yes.
Let most of the investors don't know English.
Okay.
Okay? The Sarvanavan owner knows English.
No.
He knows Tamil. Sarvana Stores owner knows. Bullet owner knows Tamil.
Definitely.
He knows his language.
Yes.
And because English is taught through English, engineering is taught through English, to use Tamil. To teach DFM through Tamil, my son is the first advisor.
Oh.
அப்பா தமிழ்நாட்டு பசங்களுக்கு இங்கிலீஷ் தெரியாதுப்பா. தலையடிச்சுட்டு போயிடுவான். தமிழில் சொன்னதான் எடுக்கணும்.
கண்டிப்பா.
நீ தமிழில் டிஎஃப்எம் சொல்லு,
ஈஸியாக
பையன் புரிஞ்சுக்கிடுவான்.
ஆமாம், ஈஸியாக அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் கிடைக்கும்.
அவன் தானே எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ண போகிறான்.
ஆமாம்.
நாளைக்கு அவன் தானே இன்ஜினியர் ஆக போகிறான்.
ஆமாம்.
அவன் தமிழில் சொல்லிக் கொடு.
சரி.
அது செகண்ட் அட்வைசர் யார் தெரியுமா? ஆண்டர்சன்.
ஓ, அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட்.
அவர் என்ன சொல்றாரு? யூ டீச் யுவர் டாவ் டிஎஃப்எம் இன் தமிழ்நாடு ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
ஓ,
இன் தமிழ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட்.
ஓ, Tamil language.
They are targeting only students to understand our DFM.
Okay.
In America, I can teach in English.
Okay.
Well, the most of the thing is in English.
English.
But in Tamil Nadu, I still hope students understand engineering if it is taught in Tamil. Because no worthy book is in Tamil, Because all Tamil teachers are almost zero in engineering.
Yeah.
Then how these teachers will teach DFM to those students? I put these two into practice. After my surgery,
Oh.
I was revising my DFM.
Okay.
And thanks to my son, தந்தைக்கு உபதேசம்
முருகன்.
செய்த மலை.
ஆமா. சிவனுக்கு
அதனால
முருகன்.
எனக்கு உபதேசம் செய்தவன்
ம்.
என் பையன், அவனு சுப்பிரமணியன் தான்.
ஓ.
ஏன் அது மாதிரி எனக்கு குரு
ம்.
ஆண்டர்சன் என்ன சொன்னாரு, நீ தமிழ்ல பண்ணு.
ம்.
டிஎஃப்எம் டஃப் சப்ஜெக்ட், பட் என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் இந்தியா சர்டிஃபிகேட் ஐ எம் தி எக்ஸ்பர்ட் இன் டிஎஃப்எம்.
Okay.
Somebody asked me,
Oh.
where you studied?
Oh.
Then I showed you.
Oh.
My Anderson is my teacher.
Okay.
You want? I will show you. First page.
Yes, sir.
In that way, I changed myself
Okay.
to teach, groom people like you. You are the first Shishan.
Okay.
And there is another equal, that's Sridharan. He's a quality man.
Oh.
Every week, once he comes from Bhagapur West
Okay.
to Sangeeta Hotel.
Oh. Sangeeta Hotel at?
Here, Adayar.
Adayar.
He spent 1,000 rupees to come and meet me.
Okay.
He won't allow me to spend.
அவர் எங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணிருந்தார் சார்?
Quality manager for Ashok Leyland. He is now 80.
Oh. Now 80.
Why you are not speaking in English?
Oh.
Why you are English on the Tamil? Your English is good. You speak good English. I told her, our wretched students, they can understand better if it is in Tamil.
Okay.
But our engineering was in English. That's why I use
Tamil.
both Tamil and English. Okay. Now we'll go to the criteria for tower design. DFM. One way fault of my Anderson is to club everything. He gave the definition of DFM. Okay, I told you that targets and criteria.
Criteria. 8 criteria.
What achieved?
Oh.
8 criteria is correct. I say I split up in 8.
8. Okay.
Not I'm clubbing everything and asking the designers to cater to all 8. All 8 is a confusion. It's a vast subject. Design is a vast subject.
Yes.
In those days, only experienced people in various fields are asked to design.
Oh.
Now, inexperienced draftsmen, I call these CAD people as draftsmen. You know what is difference between a draftsman and a designer?
Yes, sir.
Draftsman is only draw the sketch of the part.
Manually.
In those days, manually.
Manually.
Now there is a tool.
Tool.
I used to address our engineering student. The whole country has native draftsmen.
Yes.
By collecting so many lakhs and paying good salary by being a draftsman in an American company. You don't know foundry. You have never visited a foundry.
Yes.
But how you can be a called CAD engineer? But you are given a salary because you are the expertise to operate the CAD.
CAD.
The whole DFM, the 8 category. I have already taken from the definition of my own guru.
Oh.
I take up design for best cost.
Okay.
I take up the next division as design for best quality.
Yes.
Let us analyze the design or the product from the angle of cost only.
Oh.
Then I analyze the design from the angle of quality only.
Okay.
Then I analyze the design from the angle of reliability only.
Yes.
Then I take up the design to analyze best compliance and sustainability to government rules.
Yes.
If you go to any hospital, say I'm due for some surgery.
Okay.
My cardiologist doesn't know surgery, he will not do surgery.
Okay.
He will recommend surgery to the surgeon.
Oh.
My surgeon is a SIMS hospital.
Oh.
Okay, then I go. He asked for the angio report.
Oh.
He asked for the blood report.
Okay.
He asked for the urine report.
Yes.
He always for what are the major health problem you. Well, now you are 65. What are the things? Then he asked the concerned. I was having kidney problem. Then he calls for then he collects.
Everything.
That is standard sheet. You go to any hospital.
Yes, sir.
That standard sheet.
Yes.
Then he will mark.
Okay.
And this to be checked. This to be checked. In that way, I am applying the same kind of methodology in design.
Okay.
I say design management. DFM is only a design management. I analyze the design in the angle of best cost, best quality, best. I always aim for best. Best reliability, best compliance, best safety, best time to market. How fast you are bringing the product to the market. And then best function.
Function. Important.
Your drivability, style.
Stay.
Nowadays competition is there.
Yes.
And the product looks good. Nobody
That
will
only
buy.
customer
This
like.
product looks good.
Yes.
You see another water bag. It doesn't look, but step back. Finally, you have to satisfy the customer.
Oh, important one.
Any product is designed and manufactured, business is run. You satisfy a customer, then the customer will pay.
Yes.
Always the company is zero.
Zero.
My advice is to split into 8 easily manageable criteria. So that all the olden days we are asked to attack everything. But through DFM, now gradually it is being coming to practice also. Even though they are not saying that it is DFM, it is DFM is practice. But whatever be the design, it has to undergo these 8 processes.
Okay.
Now only as per this book I am coming to 19, but I am coming to 30.
Oh.
For any business, there has to be a purchase department.
Yes.
There has to be a manufacturing department. There has to be an assembly department.
Yes.
There has to be a testing department.
Yes.
There has to be a packing shipping department. There has to be a supply and delivery department. There has to be a service and maintenance department.
Yes, sir.
There has to be a repair department.
Yes.
Okay. I am covering. If you refer to my first book,
Okay.
you can see that there are 64 modules, 8 criteria into 8 systems.
Oh.
That's why my particle எல்லாமே இது 64 கூட வந்துடும். நான் உங்களை எங்கே தமிழில் மொழிபெயர்க்க சொன்னேன் அந்த 8
criteria.
அதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு மட்டும் பண்ணுங்க.
சரி சரி.
ஓகே. We can get a full input, few inputs on success stories of business.
Okay.
And then do all the lesson. Okay, now I go to that. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This is one important thing I show in the video. That is one research proves to my own theory that men are made different intellectually and women are made different intellectually. Like the biological, man have a different function as a male or a father. Engineering community is let great designs on earth flourish by a team with different genders with complementary skills obtained freely by nature to join together not only to procreate குழந்தை பெறுவதாக மட்டும் ஒரு ஆணும் பெண்ணும் இணைய வேண்டாம். Human population, but also to procreate good engineering product and assemblies without any conflict with the green earth. பசுமையான இந்த பூமிக்கு எதிராக இல்லாமல் குழந்தை பெறுவதையும் அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அந்த உறவுகள், அந்த தாம்பத்திய உறவுகள் ஒன்றாக இணையட்டும். No conflict with the green earth. Let there be a great dance where the young அமரட்டும். ஃபைனல் தான் படிச்சிடறேன் ஈஸியாக. ஓகே, உங்களுக்கு டைம் கிடைக்கும். ஆல்ரெடி படிச்சுட்டேன். தி யங் தட் இஸ் டிசைன் அண்ட் இன் தட் இஸ் மேனுஃபேக்சரபிலிட்டி dance together, not only with arms to arms, but also with cheek to cheek, by a golden blend of analytic abilities and creative abilities by nature.